Hey guys, and welcome back to That LP Show. The name of the game is Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. We are headed back to planet Bryyo for more of our near-end game cleanup. And out of all of the unfinished business that we have on the remaining planets, Bryyo is where we have the most unfinished business. So there's a good chance that I won't be finishing up everything in today's episode. I may have to split it into two, because I don't want, if I were to put everything in Bryyo in one episode, it might be nearly an hour long. Probably not that long, but it would definitely go over half an hour. And you know, as it is, I've already made a few 30-minute videos, and you know, or more than 30-minute videos. But that wasn't so much because I wanted to squeeze so much within one video. It's just that I like to go from save point to... I like to begin my videos on a save point with Metroid games and end them on a save point. So sometimes save points can be pretty scarce in the game, as I've already stated. So yeah, that's what caused those to go over so long. But I'm going to try to squeeze as much as I can, but not too much, which means that we're probably going to get 2 episodes of Bryyo content. Anyway, now that, well, we could have come back here with the plasma beam, but now that we are able to fire a high heat weapon, we can finally free those trapped Bryonians from those from their icy prisons that Rundus put them in. But yeah, we're not we're starting things off here in the Cliffside Air Dock. Not too many things to do here. We'll be in and out of here real quick. The meat and potatoes of what we'll be doing here on Bryyo is mainly in and around the Federation landing site, because there's some areas there that we just left completely unexplored. We haven't been there yet. So unlike with our trip to well, no, actually with Norian, yeah, we did explore some new areas, didn't we? Yeah, we'll be exploring much more new areas in, you know, during our trip here in Bryyo, because, you know, it's just bigger than Norian, much bigger planet. Lots to explore. Not that there would have been much over in Norian, because it did serve mainly as a tutorial area. Anyway, by blowing that ice up and coming through this path, we get another missile expansion, and if everything has been going well, and if you've been following along with this playthrough, then you too should get, at around this point, 75% of the item pickups, and you should get notification for it. There we go. 75% of all pickups required. And for that, we get a special ending. But there's still another special ending we'll unlock for getting 100%. So we're going to keep pursuing that goal. And really, I gotta complete the game in order to see the ending? No. Really? Okay. Let's go in a little further toward the, what was it called? This area right here, the Grand Court. We want to head into the Grand Court. There's a few things that we want to do there. And, you know, I was thinking about, you know, all this time we play through the Metroid games, and we'll go on other planets that seem to have Chozo technology, even if it's like Space Pirate areas or Galactic Federation areas. You know, areas that wouldn't have Morph Ball technology because no one but the Chozo seems to be able to develop it. Why would they have, you know, different locks and mechanisms that require using a spherical object? Well, if you remember earlier, when we first came to Bryyo, we had to dislodge a large metal ball with our grapple beam from that pathway that we were in. Oh no, let's get the X-ray visor. So I was thinking maybe that's something that they used, because they kind of traded knowledge with the Chozo, the Bryonians here, and you know, maybe they had different kind of mechanisms, but since they can't create morph balls for their suits or something for them to personally use, they have to have some sort of spherical object in order to act as sort of a key. So that's probably how all of the other races do it. Anyway, so you can see here we, oh god, now that we came back with the X-ray visor, we were able to turn the lock on that Magnanar and make it move, and that revealed a few phasoids. Yeah, we got phasoids on this planet too. Pretty much any planet in which we've destroyed a Leviathan seed is going to have phasoids like this. We didn't run into on Norian because we didn't actually destroy a Leviathan seed there, at least not after it impacted, so it didn't actually reach the planet. Ooh, here we go, a nice phazon pool. And as you saw there was a red phasoid, so we got ourselves another yellow credit. Ooh, it's like a radioactive Epsom salt bath. It's nice. I take Epsom salt baths. Don't make fun of me. You would too if you had, achy muscles and bones like I do. I've broken bones in my life, and I've done things that really tore apart some of my muscles. So every once in a while, yeah, I need to bathe in a laxative. That's right. Epsom salt can also be used as a laxative. It's magnesium sulfate, something you'll find in every bottle of Dasani. Think about that next time you drink a bottle of Dasani. There's a laxative in it. Anyway, we got a new scan here. Gamer. New enemy. Well, kind of a new enemy. We ran into Gamers in other Metroid games, or Gemer, however you want to pronounce it. I say Gamer. The spiked shell of a Gamer is rather durable and can only be destroyed by an explosive blast. While menacing in appearance, they are non-aggressive scavengers that feed on the waste of other creatures. They eat their poo? Okay, they're poo eaters. This food source has led to them being spreaders of many types of diseases. Okay, well, I guess it brings a whole new meaning to the term eat shit and die, even though eating shit was not the direct cause of their death. But I'm not going to let them crawl around and spread diseases, even though this is pretty much a dead planet anyway. The original inhabitants are, well, kind of gone as far as you can be gone without actually going straight up extinct. And of course we get another missile expansion there. Alright, we're pretty much done here near the cliffside. Can I make it over here with the screw? No, of course I can't. Yeah, that ledge is a little too high and I keep bumping into it with the screw attack. I think I've made it with a screw attack maybe once or twice. Anyway, yeah, Gamers spreading diseases, but I guess we still have to worry about them getting to the Federation troops, because the Galactic Federation still uses this place to, get fuel gel. Open up. There we go. And alright, backtrack to the ship. We are pretty much done here at the cliffside. I could probably run past these guys if I wanted to. I don't know, some sort of crazy OCD making me want to kill them. There you go. Ooh. Maybe I should be running past them because, like I said, they're as gone as they can be without being extinct. I'm probably not helping matters by actually killing them. Also, here's another chance to get a scan of the Bryonian Shriek Bats if you haven't already, because I know Shriek Bats can be pretty difficult to scan. Can I? No? Okay. I thought for a second there that I might have been able to melt that ice, but then again, I didn't see anything, I didn't see it wrapped around anything, so chances are the ice there actually is the bridge, rather than just covering a bridge. It's kind of funny that there's no, slippery mechanics for walking on ice. I guess Samus's boots are just, that adhesive. Oh, this isn't really worth anything, but remember how on Talon 4 in Metroid Prime 1 you could shoot the little birds? Well, boop! There we go. Okay, goodbye Cliffside Air Docks, and goodbye round little planet on a chain things. Will they ever be explained? Will we ever find out what they are? Alright. Our next stop is the Federation Outpost. You probably remember when we first got to this landing site, we found our very first Galactic Federation orange door, but we never opened it. Even after getting the plasma beam and returning here, we didn't actually go to that door and open it. So we're exploring some new territory here. Her ship kind of looks like it's on strings, kind of like the old Thunderbirds TV show, you know, the old puppet show. Shigeru Miyamoto was a fan of it. In fact, I think it served as part of the inspiration for Star Fox. And I like to think that, you know, certain sci-fi Nintendo games like Star Fox, F-Zero, and Metroid kind of take place within the same universe. You know, just, you know, galaxies apart to where they can't really interact with each other. Okay, let's open this up. Let's get a charge shot going, because on the other side of this door, which takes forever to open, we have hoppers. Not good hoppers, bad hoppers. Not like, you know, not like the hopper with Sling. These things are useless. I mean, they can't record 3 shows at once. They can't store 500 gigabytes of data. Actually, you know what? The hopper sucks just by extension, because Dish sucks. And not as a service, it just sucks to work. I used to work for Dish, and they suck to work for. Probably one of the worst companies in the United States to work for. Anyway, we got a new scan right here. Actually, 2 new scans, 2 new enemies. This is the Fargle Hatcher. Within a Fargle Hatcher's maw is an organ cluster that is vulnerable to attack, but only when exposed. Fargle Hatchers are capable of giving birth to dozens of young in a matter of moments. These offspring will immediately swarm in on any nearby attacker. Their skin is incredibly resilient and will deflect most weapon fire. So yeah, this thing shoots you with its babies, which is weird. And here's the babies right here. Ooh, they're closing in. They might actually hit us pretty hard. Fargle Wasps. The Fargle Wasps are highly protective of their parent hatcher. Even moments after birth, they will swarm together and attack any nearby organism. They are often used as a defense mechanism by the Fargle Hatcher, and as a result, few live to adulthood. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get pelted. Fortunately, they, you know, do minor pot shot damage. Anyway, this thing, let's get our Hyper Beam ready and wait for it to stick its tongue out, because, yeah, there you go. That's the fastest way to kill it, is with the Hyper Beam. And, you know, we want to get rid of it fast, because we want to do a few things in this room, and if we don't kill it, it's just going to end up being a nuisance. Let's play a little bit of Wall Simon. And we get some new Bryonian lore. Oh, looks like a Reptilicus fighting a Magnanar there. Victory. We, the Lords of Science, mishandled the use of our knowledge. The devastation of war robbed us of the rare resources necessary to fuel our war engines. Without our machines, we were unable to stand up to the primal armies, and they overran the enclaves of many science lords. What few remained fled into dark places, polluted wastelands. Even the bravest of primal warriors would not dare enter. Whatever joy there may have been amongst the victorious was quickly stamped out by the grim reality surrounding them. Bryyo, their cradle, their sacred home, was on the verge of death. What did we learn? Okay, let's go ahead and use the grapple voltage to charge this thing up. And somehow charging it up makes it blow up. Okay. Alright, here we go. Probably one of the more complicated spider ball courses in the game, if not probably the entire Metroid series. I don't think I've ever had a spider ball course give me this much trouble in Metroid Prime 1 and 2. Alright. Starts off pretty easy. Just bomb your way across the gaps in the track. Now we need to time things a little better. Don't get hit by the arcs of electricity, because if you fall off, you have to start the whole thing over again. Here's where it gets tricky. We want to fall... Oh! See what I mean? See what I mean? Let's play Curse. Okay. Wait for it. And around and around and around. And around and around and around. Okay. Okay, wait for it. Wait for it. And go, 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 go. Stay in the center a little bit. All right. So, yeah, there's a little gap in the center for a few seconds there, and that's your window of opportunity to continue after stopping in the middle. Other than that, we're pretty much just using, using bomb jumps to go from track to track, and releasing to drop down to lower tracks. Pretty basic stuff. That part past there was probably the hardest part. Unless you consider this part coming up, because this is the only time in the entire Metroid Prime trilogy that requires you to do a double bomb jump from a spider ball track. So hope your bomb jump game is up to speed. Alright, and there we go, another missile expansion. And if we just go ahead and drop down, we drop down right in front of another Stone Magnanar. And if we scan this, we'll see that this clamp here is weak to cold-based weaponry, so just let it have an ice missile. And there we go. Wow, that must be, like, insanely cold. Because, you know, the ice missiles can freeze fuel gel temporarily, and just freezing fuel, period, you would have to have something extremely cold. I mean, I think gasoline, like real-life gasoline, freezes at about minus 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Somebody may need to fact check me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I imagine something more potent than normal Earth gasoline, like fuel gel, would probably be a lot harder to freeze and require much colder temperatures. Samus's ice missiles can freeze it temporarily, but that Magnanar there just froze it permanently. They're like that forever now. Okay, we got a weird little course here involving explosive fuel gel crystals. Now, as I said before, thanks to the hazard suit, not only are we safe from the acid rain on the pirate homeworld, but we're also safe from fuel gel. It no longer hurts us. However, the crystallized fuel gel can still hurt you if you are too close to it when it explodes. So don't be too close to it when it explodes. There we go, and then we have those gray crystals that can be blown up by the explosion from the fuel gel crystals. Alright, up and back around. Okay, let's time this properly. Get a few bombs in there. Awesome, awesome. Okay, jump in this little thing's hand. Properly timed bomb jump. Ooh, 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 come on, come on. We can do this, we can do this. Ooh, okay, that was a little too low, I think. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Plant a bomb. Stay clear. And let's move on. If we just sit here on this platform for a little bit, it'll eventually drop. It seems to be some sort of pressure plate for that gear right there. Okay. Stop. Turn around. I guess you don't. Oh, I guess you don't have to do this now because we will be heading back through this door. So you could do it in a few minutes if you want to, but I'm just going to do it now because it's here. Ooh, that picture doesn't look too nice. It's like something's raining down from the sky there. Struggle of Exiles. As the followers of the primal tradition celebrate their victory, a number of surviving science lords gather in a hidden sanctuary. It was there that our foolishness became obvious. We regretted ignoring the Chozo's warning. We realized the folly of following the ways of science with blind faith, and the peril of all Bryyo. The contamination left from the battles was spreading and would soon scour the remaining fertile lands, leaving naught but ash. If left unaided, Bryyo would lose what few safe lands and water remained. Once more, our great minds turned to a grand task, planetary salvation. As our enemies searched the lands for us, the last lords of science, we created our final machines and launched them into the heavens. So, yeah, they pretty much polluted the entire planet with the fuel gel exhaust from all of their war machines, and well, they regretted it, so they started to launch a plan in order to protect the environment. Go all Captain Planet. Wait. Are these? Yeah, I thought they were hoppers. Okay, let's take these guys out. And nope. All right. I was thinking there was some lore there, but I got to go a little bit further. So yeah, they polluted the planet even before the Leviathan seed corrupted it with phasons. So it's not all the phasons' fault that this happened. Oh, that ball thing looks familiar. Salvation. The great machines of the Science Lords performed flawlessly. They absorbed the toxins and pollutions in the air and soil, preserving the remaining fertile land of Bryyo. Yet the planet's climate was forever changed, leaving one side eternally scorched by the sun, and the other forever in the icy grasp of darkness. Ah, yeah, remember how that lore on Norian said that 48% was covered by the sun, and then 48% was covered by ice with a little equatorial ring in the middle? Yeah, that's why. The launch of the machines revealed the hidden enclave of the Science Lords to their former enemies. The bright lights in the skies caused by the decontamination equipment stirred old hatred in the hearts of the Primals. Fearing a new attack, the Primals sent their warriors forth to hunt their hated foes. We were now marked for death. So I think they kind of knew what they were doing, but yeah, the giant little planet things in the sky that are held to the planet by the chains, those are actually the decontamination equipment. They were sucking all of the pollutions out of the atmosphere in order to cleanse the planet. I mean, as well as it could be cleansed, because it was still pretty screwed up. They kind of had to stop the rotation of their planet in order to do it. But yeah, but by launching those things in the air, it revealed their location to the Primals. Let's go ahead and lift this thing up. We're going to be using it a little later. Yeah, they revealed their location to the Primals by launching those. And then the Primals just saw these large machines being launched in the sky, not following the ways of science for all they knew. And what they actually believed was that the decontamination equipment were actually just more weapons of death, more war machines. And so they just took that opportunity to rush in and destroy the Lords of Science. So, in saving the planet, they kind of doomed themselves. Alright, let's go ahead, freeze this. There's night barbs here, so just kind of lay... Of course one hits me. It's going to say lay low while they fly by. Alright. And let's drop down, and there's a little hidden cave right here behind that fuel gel fall. And we get another missile expansion. Okay, but now we have our gunship carrying around a giant stone head, so obviously we can't return to the Federation outpost quite yet, or any landing site for that matter, because we can no longer land our ship with it carrying a giant stone head. So yeah, we need to find a place to put that. Perhaps a giant stone body? It would make sense. Maybe we're just going to, you know, crush a giant bug with it. Who knows? Open, open. Any day now, please. Please and thank you. Awesome. Okay, moving on. Come on now. All right, there was what's the room called again? I keep forgetting the names of rooms. I was much better about this in the other Prime games. Yeah, we're headed back to the Hall of the Golems. The Mognanars, the room where we activated those Mognanars into the whole spider ball thing. There's one more Mognanar in there that we did not activate, but we're going to activate it now. Ooh, okay. Well, all right. That'll show me for rushing. Oh, really? Yeah, you got to be careful when flicking the Wii remote to do the spring jump, because sometimes it registers it twice and you end up bouncing as soon as you land. Usually doesn't cause too much of a problem though. All right. Let's go ahead and ignore the Fargle for right now. It's not going to really cause too much of a problem because we're not going to be doing any insane platform. We're just going to come in here and activate this Mognanar. I'm assuming they're all called Mognanars. They just come in different sizes. You know, so many of these things destroy stuff to open up a new path. They seem like very one-time use. I mean, like, is this what they always used to get from place to place on their planet, and they would just rebuild it every time? That's kind of like, you know, smashing your front door in every time you want to enter a house and then just installing a new one. Anyway, our last little bit of Bryyo lore right here. Forgotten in exile, a creature of myth, I, the last lord of science, worked tirelessly to protect myself in this world. I crafted magics and machines to bring life back to the wastelands. I found a new source of natural energy in the land and called it fuel gel. Huh, that's weird. I vowed to atone for the devastation inflicted upon Bryyo, caused by both science and war. Yet, while I toiled, the primals slipped slowly into barbarism. With no science lords to hunt, they turned on each other, tribe against tribe. Magic was lost to them, and they became as savage as the predator beasts of the wild. So, that's it. That is the final piece of Bryyo lore, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and check the logbook here. Yeah, 12 out of 12. There we go. Oh, we're almost completely done, aren't we? With our lore, at least that part of the logbook. Oh, look, a giant stone body without a head. Gee, I wonder what I am supposed to do. Come on, land it there. Also, I think it's kind of funny that the last Lord of Science named the substance here fuel gel, and coincidentally, years after their quote-unquote extinction, the Galactic Federation shows up, and they call it the same exact thing. I'd have probably just called it gasoline, something like that. Or maybe just evil pea, because my 8-year-old calls it evil pea because it's yellow, and up until the point in which you get the hazard suit, it harms you. See, now look, it just smashed it. It just smashed it. So it is just like a one-time use thing. Okay, I guess that works. Alrighty, what we got here? Moving half of a bridge into place. Oh, looks like we have no way to get completely across, though. But there is one thing we can do here. Let's go ahead and wait for these walls to close in on us. As you can see, they are wall jump surfaces, so when they're close together, we'll just do a few wall jumps, and we get another energy tank. And then we just slide down and hope that they don't pull out and make us fall down, because sometimes they'll pull out as you're falling down, and they'll just drop you right in the pit. Not the best designed set of wall jump panels, in my opinion, because it shouldn't randomly kill you. Alright, but now that we have that giant stone head back in place, we can head back to the Federation outpost and move on to the next area. Open, please. Thank you. Alright, once again, just ignore the Fargle. We don't really need to mess with them right now. It's not like we're doing anything complicated that we need to do undisturbed, and the Fargle wasps honestly just do little bits of damage that don't really matter, especially since we're running to a place where we're about to heal. Alright, but yeah, we do need to reach the other end of that Machine Works bridge right there, and looks like we can reach it from North Court Jungle, which we can only access from the Thorn Jungle air dock. So that's where we're going to head, but that's going to have to wait until next time. And until next time, thank you for watching That LP Show, and have a one that is good.